Kamusta? My name is Arden.
And I'm Des, and we're the team behind Sabado Studios.
We created Sabado Studios to celebrate the stories of Filipino artists across the globe.
This is also our way to show Filipino craftsmanship, creativity, and Filipino culture.
In this podcast, we will talk to Filipino artists and creative entrepreneurs from different parts of the world.
And find out what it's really like to work on their independent labels or creative disciplines.
Catch us on Spotify and YouTube.
So good morning. Welcome to Sabado Studios Podcast. My name is Des.
I'm Arden.
And our first guest today for our podcast is Kuya Seb from 1372 Designs. Hello, Kuya Seb.
Hello, Des, Arden. Nice to be here and very privileged to be the first guest. So, basically, I'm Seb De Jesus. I'm a co-owner, co-founder of 1370 Designs here in Manila. And basically, what we do are uh, designing notebooks, designing notebooks, handmade journals, and then also do illustrations for cover, illustrations for cover like this one, sa buying notebook. So we do this stuff, and as much as possible, we use recycled materials.
Medyo familiar po kami sa 1372 Designs given na we work together na rin po for Hello Manila Store in the past 2016 and medyo magkakasama tayo sa Escolta days before.
Escolta, yeah, yung mga latag-latag days natin.
Latag days, yes, Saturday Future Market.
Yeah, Saturday Future Market. So dati, yeah, it's fun. It was fun, yeah.
It was fun. Pero so we want to siguro understand or open the interview on why you decided to open a store talaga po in Escolta.
Well, first a background how we got started. Because actually, 1370 Design as it is right now, it got started by my wife. Siya talaga yung unang driving force na to try into, say, selling something. First of all, it is para bang distressing as a distressing activity for her and for us also at the same time. Nagsimula kami way back sa Parañaque pa kami nakatira. She started doing yung mga origami boxes. Mga maliit lang, yung sila lang ibenta, and at the same time nakaka-relieve ng stress para sa kanya. And I also started doing mga picture frames out of discarded boxes, yung mga packaging. Yun ang mga unang binenta namin. And then when there's an opportunity to go to Singapore. So lumipat na yung activity namin. It's also in Singapore na nagsimula kaming gumawa ng notebooks, handmade notebooks talaga. And we went out of the way talaga naghanap kami ng mga items that can be recycled or recycled materials. So doon kami nagsimula. And sa Singapore kasi, natutuwa kami kasi yung mga tao doon, when they discard packaging materials, ang ganda pa ng itsura. I mean, teka, ang linis pa. So, to the point na mukha kami tanga minsan, pinupulot na kami mga shoe boxes, computer boxes, mga old magazines, inuwi namin sa bahay, kaya nagmumukhang sometimes tambakan yung bahay namin sa Singapore. But we also convert them into notebooks, cupcake journals, mga ganong klase. Until such time na, yun nga, bumalik kami sa Manila, nakita namin yung opportunity sa Escolta, and then yun, started from there, dire-diretso na kami.
Nice. Anong year yun, Kuya Seb, na nag-Escolta kayo?
When we came back, that was in 2015. Noong 2015, yung nga sumasali pa lang kami sa Saturday Future X Market, 98B, sa FUB, sa First United Building.
Same time na talaga tayo. Yeah.
All the same time. And then, it was and more often than kasi every second Saturday yata of each month at that time yata na ino-open nila laging space do sa First United Building. Sali lang kami ng sali, which is, it's a good experience kasi there were really crowds. And then at the same time, nagiging active that part of Escolta. Kumbaga nagkakaroon ng sense bakit nanunumbalik yung activity sa Escolta with that kind of vibe. So slowly, parang, Oo nga, no, nagli-link kami to the point na we're selling stuff, at the same time, we're advocating some kind of heritage vibe along that area. And then soon, right now, nakikiano na lang kami na nakiki-advocate na kami to save certain sites or heritage sites in and around Manila.
Yeah. Naalala namin din, kami din for us, parang ang dami rin po naming, tinatry din namin halos every month yung future market before sa Escolta. And doon din po namin nakilala lahat ng maraming artists, kagaya niyo po,
Yeah.
and mga iba naming friends na artist din hanggang ngayon. So parang ang ganda na nag-grow din each of you po over the years. And kind of for us, nagta-transform na yung product namin from dagat beads naman po yung binibenta namin before, mga handcrafted
Okay.
accessories,
Oh, yeah.
until nagbukas kami ng Hello Manila po. Nakasama pa rin namin kayo doon. So, ngayon
Oo,
evolve na kami
naalala ko.
ngayon evolve na kami to kind of a virtual studio to
Oh,
still celebrate yung creative Filipinos and our Filipino culture around the world. Pero siguro Kuya Seb, gusto kong maintindihan. So, tapos tayo sa nawala yung bazaar sa Escolta, and
yeah.
but still we want to celebrate yung heritage ng Escolta. So,
Yeah.
I think yun ba yung reason kung bakit po kayo talagang, kasi nakakatakot po magbukas ng sa amin po, for us, for personal experience, nakakatakot magbukas ng retail store kasi ang daming operations, yung mga realities on opening a business.
Yeah, totoo. It's kind of risky for us too. Kasi before it was offered to us to have a permanent place in at the First United Building through the hub. Kasi inaano namin talagang maganda yung takbo ng sales. Kasi in terms of sales and profit, kung pag-uusapan, okay na kami sa pabazar-bazar, nababawi namin and more.
Mhm.
Nakabawi kami, pagkain, pamasahe, even the materials that we spent on making those notebooks and other stationaries. Kapag namin, nakakabawi na kami nun. But to take on, say, having a physical store, pinag-isipan namin yun. But of course, we weigh in the cons. Sabi namin, it's a risk, but it's something that we'll be doing the first time. So, sumabak na rin kami. At the same time kasi, we got to know the owners of the building, and they're a very good couple. And then they really support the artisans, the crafters, the artists.
Yun din po yung nag-push na talagang magstay and mag-open ng Escolta kasi
Yeah.
supportive sila and yung community.
Yeah, because it kind of fit the vibe na it is a place for makers, those who do everything by their own hands and really fit the bill. So, sige, sabi ko kay Ruby, sa asawa ko nga na, let's try having a physical store. Kasi by that time, unti-unti namin naghahanap sa amin eh. O, nasa ba yung gumagawa ng notes? Sino yung gumagawa ng yung nagtatahi? Nagtatahi ng notebook.
Nice.
Yung gumagawa ng
Na-establish.
illustration. Yun. So, unti-unti, until to this day, na nagkakaroon kami ng following. But the thing is, that's catching me by surprise, even to this day, for people, other people coming to Escolta, nakakatawa, they still didn't know that the hub exists. We still get questions like, ay, meron palang ganito sa Escolta. Ano po to, sir? Bago lang. Hindi po no 2016 pa po to. At talaga, they're really surprised that there's such a place in Escolta. Escolta is nung golden era ng cinema was a very, very busy place talaga nung time na yun. And then during that, of course, nung naglalakad ako papuntang Quiapo to have my film roles developed, hindi mapansin yung mga buildings. And every now and then, nakita mo, nag-iiba yung, ano ba itong nangyayari sa building na to? And then right after nung wala na ako sa Binondo, I always come back and then, wala lang, gusto lang mamasyal. Kasi nung time naman nun, mahilig lang mga ng mga hard to find pocketbooks, comic books at that time. So it's either na Recto, Avenida, and then mag-escolta ulit ako.
Oh,
Yeah,
nasa
tinitingnan
puso
ko
nyo
lang.
talaga yung Escolta from the start.
Parang, kasi part ng lakwatsa ko yun nung araw eh. Yun.
Oh. Pero, so yun. So, parang nakaka-inspire na talagang from the start, gusto niyo po talaga, parang nasa puso niyo yung Escolta, and eventually, through your work,
Yeah.
Parang yun yung kind of give back nyo to Escolta na sinasabi nyo siya to other people?
Yeah, actually, kasi uh, I'm not volunteering. Pero once they asked me about Escolta, ayan na, parang nagrarant ako dito, ganito
Kasi
nangyari.
nasa puso nyo talaga siya, Kuya Seb.
Oo. I also tell them ano yung nangyayari nung time na yun na, like, for example, the love bus. Ano yung love bus mo? Yung gano'n. So, yun. Kasi kwento ko na, yun yung the love bus. Masabi ko, may biyahe yan. Escolta to Makati, and then Escolta to hanggang Cubao yan. Ayun. Ano ko lang sinasabi.
Pero
Yung
yung
time
mga
na yun.
nakusap niya, Kuya Seb, parang anong effect sa kanila? Parang, okay, good to know, or parang nagiging parang deeper?
So far naman, maganda. Talaga ba? Gano'n. Kasi, when I say it, kasi kapag kinakwento ko, it's not just to inform them na, nagkaroon ng ganito in that area. But I also try to para to transmit to them na, ito yung nararamdaman ko nung time na yun. Kasi for us, like for example, an air-conditioned, no standing bus during that time is a rare thing.
Ito ba yung
Diba?
double-decker na bus, Kuya Seb?
Yung nagkaroon double-decker but the double-decker bus only runs from Baclaran through EDSA hanggang UP. UP Cubao, yung hanggang dun lang siya. But it was short-lived. Kasi nga, they break down easily in our weather. Hindi na naisip yun. They break down easily and the parts are so expensive. Nanggagaling pa ng London. Ini-import pa nila.
Yes.
So hindi to but it was fun. I was able to ride in one of those. Maganda naman siya. And there are two conductors. Yung nangongolekta ng ticket, there were two. One sa taas, isa sa baba.
Oh,
Yeah.
fun!
It was something, wow. Talaga.
So siguro yung mga nakikinig sa inyo while telling them yung mga ano yung dati is parang information and also parang reliving yung experience na hindi nila
Yeah.
nakuha. Yeah.
Basically, ganun rin nangyari sa when we try to sell the postcards, the art prints, makikita yung drawing, po to, isang building to. Especially when people buy yung postcards ng Capitol Building, ng PNB Building, na sasabi ko, yan, yun dyan, lakad kayo, labas kayo, lakad kayo sa kaliwa, sa
So
kanan
mas
nyo.
connecting talaga
Yeah,
sa
yeah, sasabi ko, isipin nyo, ganyang kalaki yan nung araw, ganun. Yun.
Nice.
And then I also add to the fact, especially in terms of Capitol Building, related to Capitol Theater. Alam niyo ba, sabi ko, tatlong national artists ang involved sa building na yan.
Oh, nice.
And ngayon wala na. Sayang. Sila. You will never know what you're missing when it's gone. So,
pero I'll hold on to dun sa sinabi niyo po na hindi ma-appreciate until it's parang gone. So, yun siguro po rin yung one of the ways why ginagawa ng hub na meron pa rin yung hub sa Escolta and kayo rin po as one of the tenants in hub
yeah.
para ma-preserve talaga. Kasi pag wala na siya, wala na.
Kasi I have a question lang. Babalik lang ako ng mga couple of steps backward. Nung nasa SG kayo, naggaganto rin kayo? I mean,
bazaar.
Yeah.
Bazaar and everything.
Nagbabazar.
Ano po yung malaking difference between bazaar sa SG and nung ginagawa niya na dito sa atin sa Escolta?
SG itself. They're very strict by the book sila, but they're efficient. Pag sinabi ng itong oras, ito yung patakaran, ito yung rate, you have to stick to it. Ang maganda naman kasi sa kanila is that they're very so active in promoting your goods, promoting you, promoting the event. Maganda. And the venues that they're picking, magaganda talaga. They make sure na maganda yung traffic. Like like for example, one of the first na sinalihan namin is yung sa Red Dot Museum. Wow, maganda ang doon experience naman sa Red Dot Museum. Ang ganda. And then also there's also another one nag-organize ng bazaar during the art fair sa Singapore. Talaga sinet up niya such a way na vendors are in front of the Singapore Art Museum. Ano rin kasi they're so proactive and then you get to think na, especially at least on our side, nung nilalagay namin yung goods namin, ay dating sa amin, parang manghang-mangha sila na nung sinasabi namin, oh yeah, we did it. Kami nag-bind, kami nag-cut, kami nag-drawing. Talaga hangang-hanga sila. Kasi I think so parang industrialized cities kasi in Singapore, so most are imported and then machine-made,
Yes.
machine-bound, lahat yung mga notes sa gitna. I think that's the first time yata in a while na nakakita sila ng a notebook or a journal na
handmade.
kami mismo nagtatahi.
Mm-mm.
Kasi there were times na nagtatahi si Ruby, nagbabay, nagka-copy. Ako naman, nagdo-drawing. Tapos tinatahi ko. Nakita nila right on the spot. Kaya, ayun. I think that helped sell our stuff there. Yun. It was good. It's a good event. Yeah.
So can you say, Kuya Seb, na na there's a huge difference in terms of support sa mga artists between SG or other countries compared to the Philippines? Like malayo masyado yung gap.
Here, like for
Yes.
example, sa SG kasi, I think there's a support, a very big support for makers there and for artists themselves. Kasi if you count, say, the number of at that time, yung mga events for art-related or design-related events, craft, ang dami. There's a calendar for the whole year. Meron sila doon.
Mm-hmm.
And then, at that time, nung sa Pinas naman, parang unti-unti lang nag-gets nila. Until recently, parang pag nakikita ko sa Facebook, mga pages ko, yung mga nakikita ko sa timeline ko, ang dami nagsusuputan. And I was not surprised na karamihan nagsusuputan. Karamihan sa Quezon City kasi nga yung mga independent na mga makers na nandoon kasi lahat sila sa Quezon City. Napansin namin. Usually, mga malapit sa UP o gano'n. Doon na napansin namin, sayang ang dami dito. Ba't di natin masali kasi nga ang layo. Also, a big difference pala. Kasi in Singapore, kahit since maliit lang naman Singapore, it's like malaki lang ng konti sa Pateros. It's easy to go from one place to another in terms of transportation, efficient. Eh dito, kahit gusto namin pumunta doon sa Quezon City. Or I was thinking ko yung time sa effort, mahirap. Traffic, ang hirap. Mahirap mag-transport, lalo kung marami kaming dalang gamit. Eh sa Singapore, hindi. Ganun lang eh. Nasa maleta lang, empake mo, lagay mo sa taxi, okay ka na. Eh dito mata-traffic ka, sa ang hirap. Yun lang, mas malaki ang effort na gagawin mo unless kung may sasakyan ka. Kung may sasakyan ka naman, effort para maghintay sa traffic. Yun na lang.
Pareho lang. Tsaka I think, Kuya Seb, napapansin din namin yung mga nagho-host ng events sa Pilipinas ay independent. Kunyari kayo po, may sarili kayong set of network for it, but hindi initiative ng government unless DTI. Parang ganun po.
True.
Government initiatives.
Sa Singapore kasi, they fully support those kind of events. They fully support, and then actually I know for one of the organizers na humingi nata ng grant sa government, sa Singapore government, through the arts. Grants through the arts. Ayun. Para i-promote culture and the arts.
Yes.
Yun. So, maganda. Even Asian civilizations
Kuya Seb,
before.
sobrang laki nung ganyan na like maraming grants talagang binibigay yung government. Well, the reason I ask about SG, Kuya Seb, kasi 'di ba parang nung bata ako, I remember na parang mga siguro 25 years ago or let's say 30 years ago na yung SG ay almost the same lang siya as the Philippines. Tapos fast forward to this, parang ang layo na natin ng progress.
Actually, mas nauna pa nga tayo nagkaroon ng LRT before then. Imagine, just think about, mas nauna tayo nagkaroon ng LRT, elevated railway. Mas nauna tayong nagkaroon before then, and that was 1981.
Oh my goodness.
Imagine, just think about 1981, and look at them. Ilan na? 7 rail lines, subway lines na meron sila. Dati nung kami sa Singapore, hanggang purple lang sila eh. Ngayon may brown, orange, yellow na sila.
Yeah. My point is, Kuya Seb,
So, yun.
na tama bang sabihin na ang arts and culture kasi kasabay din siya ng progress ng government, na pag nagmo-move forward yung government mo, more or less kasama niyang aandar forward din yung arts
Industries.
and culture in terms of
Dapat,
progress nga.
actually, may point dapat isama, kasabay dapat ang arts and culture. Kasi they go hand in hand with creating an identity for the country. They don't realize na it's part and parcel of your development as a country. Kasi, even ngayon when you say, ano ba yung kultura ng Pilipino, mare-refer lang nila yung something na associated during the Spanish colonial period, which is, that's not our culture.
That's true.
No, that's not our culture. We already have a culture even before the Spanish came
Yes,
to the
pre-colonial.
Philippines. So, ang magandang ngayon is that yun ang trying to be rediscovered nowadays. Nakikita ko, I mean, the indigenous, culture of the Philippines are starting to rise up, which is maganda. Yun ang maganda nangyayari ngayon. Even the arts, the traditional arts that they have, yun, umaangat, unti-unting inaangat, being given the limelight, which is ang ganda. Maganda
This past few
nangyayari.
years po yan.
Yeah.
Nice. So, okay yun. Hopeful tayo dun. Pero siguro, Kuya Seb, gusto ko rin itanong about more realities of being a business owner na parang so nag-hope tayo dun sa arts and culture and may progress tayo kahit paano nakikita, but how about yung really operating as a independent business owner?
Yeah, it is parang yung nga when you become a business owner, parang nadagdagan yung sombrero mo, yung role mo. Kasi basically parang sole proprietorship yung final namin sa ang nangyayari nun is, you have to do everything. Yung sa registration, paghahanda ng tax, pagbayad ng everything, yung pagko-compute ng mga, say, yung sales, remittances for your partners, yung nakiki-consign sa store mo. Yeah, also the one, bumibili ng additional materials. You have to take into consideration yung, ito na yung ginagastos natin, yung mga resibo, tinatago mo.
Yes.
And then at the end of the year, bago mag-tax, ipa-file mo lahat yun, kukomputin mo na. So, in a way, hindi lang yun, kasi merong mga expanded VAT na, expanded taxes na, withholding tax that you have to pay monthly. So, you have to keep tabs, kasi kung hindi, laki ng multa mo. Ayun. So, in a way, parang when you took in that additional, that responsibilities, I can also say on my part, parang na-cut down yung time ko to create something.
Yes.
Kasi nadidivide yung attention ko eh. So, I'm only stuck to just replenishing old designs, old notebooks that are selling well actually. Selling good. So, yun ang nagagawa ko lately. In terms of, say, creating new designs, medyo nababag doon ako. It's either that or medyo napapagod na utak ko.
Yes. Super relate kami kasi nung nag-Hello Manila, di kami store din siya. Kailangan kong pumunta ng munisipyo, ng BIR. On your own.
Tax, diba? Permits,
Especially as a creative entrepreneur, ang hirap maging operations. Super
gets
namin. Parang, siguro gusto namin itanong na what keeps you going? What still, parang all of it, you still choose to continue the store and the craft?
Yeah, kasi it's like this kasi at the end of the day, kahit pagod ka na, then you get to rest. Most especially pag nakahiga ka na. For me, ito nangyayari yung nagkakaroon ng mga ideas. When I remember the store, ano bang kulang? Ano ba yung pwede pang gawin? Then that's what ideas started to fly inside my head. Pwede pa natin gawin to siguro. O pwede natin ibahin to. Pwede natin gawin to. Pwede natin gawing parang ganito itong notebook, yung mga ganun mga klase. So that gets me excited to start new ideas,
Oh.
new stuff. So yun, and then continue ko lang, and then that's what's keeping going. When you hear, say, remarks from people who are messaging through social media, sa Instagram, sa Facebook, and actually on the stories of when I'm there, nakakataba ng puso. Sa yung ganda ng ano ito. Tapos pinapakita, ito yung ginagawa ko sa notebook nyo, ito yung ginagamit ko. Sir, gusto ko yung mga notebook nyo, lalo na yung mga, yung mga handmade na paper na ginagamit.
Iba
Oo.
talaga yung itsura din. So siguro yung mga ganyang, so continuous inspiration from the other people you meet na papatungan, mas madami yung good feelings versus bad feelings on
Yeah, totoo.
occasion.
Yeah. Kasi yung mga, kahit yung mga ganong klaseng mga reactions from people, I mean, you get the boost. Just continue this. Kasi ang mangyayari na that, di mo na iniintindi kung ay gaano karami dapat natin gawin para magka-profit kayo. Of course, iniisip mo lagi at the back of your mind. Pero there are some people who we think that there's a need for them to see this kind of products.
Yes. So there's a
Just to
bigger
remind them also na, uy, kung kaya na nagawa to, siguro kayo may sarili kayong interpretation or an expression that you have to come out of you. Parang gano'n. Ayun.
So you also want to give talagang inspiration to others and
Yeah, parang through our stuff that we're
through your work.
making. Yeah.
Nice. Siguro last question for us, Kuya Seb, is what's your message for those who are thinking of pursuing or medyo already pursuing creative projects or advocacies
Yes.
Yeah.
na feeling nila walang pupuntahan yung ginagawa nila?
I also have those kind of feelings. Parang ano ba ito ginagawa natin? I mean, just let that feeling sink in, but don't just give it up. I mean, maglakad ka, punta ka sa Starbucks or any isang coffee, lie down, magpahinga ka, eat your favorite food or eat ice cream, then just let's settle down. And then afterwards, tanongin mo ulit yung tinanong mo sa sarili mo kanina. Ba't ko ba ginagawa to? Then you'll be surprised na magiging iba na yung sagot. Kasi most of the time sa akin ganun nangyayari. Ano ba to? Tuloy ko pa ba to? Tuloy ba pa natin to? Nakakapagod na. Kaya kita natin this month, ito lang. Viable pa ba yung mga ganung klase? But then, yeah. But then, of course, those kind of always rise up when you're stressed or you have anxiety coming over. But yun nga, relax, walk, uminom ka ng kape. Ako, ganyan ginagawa ko, uminom ako ng kape. O, kumakain ako ng chicken joy or something. Sabi niya, kumakain ako ng burger, o Angel's Burger, kumakain ako. And then afterwards, you have to ask that question again. Maganda, yeah, why? Bakit ba? What's the core of your, of doing this? Kasi sa akin naman, I find that I like doing stuff that from possibilities. Kasi, like for this one, yung mga ganito, I mean, it's just recycled cardboard. And then, because of my interest also in, say, our indigenous things like this, by buying,
Yes.
I mean, it gives me, para bang, a boost na, tutuloy ko pa to. Kailangan ko ituloy. It's not only for my benefit, but also I want to benefit also yung mga nakakakita na ito. Kasi they might have other things or other ideas that will make it better.
Yes.
Ayun. Diba? Para bang, parang, sige, bigay mo, baka mamaya magka-ideas sila, baka may mas maganda pa sila na gusto nilang gawin. Di maganda. Dire-diretso pa yung advocacy or whatever that you want to prove or to bring out to make them notice. Baka mas maganda pa yung gagawin nila sa iyo. Which is maganda. Kung mas maganda pa nagawa natin sa amin, because of our product, because of our
Empower mo
notebooks.
sila, Kuya Seb.
Yeah, di maganda, the better. Maganda. Or if they started, say, drawing more, say, Philippine-related or Philippine historical related images, artwork, mga ganong klase, then the better. Kasi more. Kasi I'm starting to see, say, young artists doing yung mga heritage buildings in the Philippines. Especially nung nasunog nung nasunog ang post office. I've seen, wow, ang dami naglalabas mo. Mga postcard, yung hand-painted postcards ng post office, and then mga watercolor renders of post office. Which is good. Ang ganda. Maganda nangyayari. So that's the kind of thing that I want to do.
Nice.
Yay! Thank you, Kuya Seb.
Okay.
Thank you, Kuya Seb.
Okay, thank you, Arden, Des. So nice to be the first guest. Yeah.
Thank